Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Cassette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for him, and has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, pleasant good evening and welcome to Tower City tonight for some Region 1 volleyball action. I am Alex Hoffman, joining you as part of the Your Live event team here tonight from the Raider Activity Center in Tower City. Tonight we look at the Colts of Richland coming to town, bringing in a 2-2 record overall in the Region 1 play. They're taking on the Raiders right now, sitting at a pretty high spot in terms of Region 1. They're currently tied for second, their number 2 seed, with a 3-1 Region 1 record so far. Looking at these two teams right now, you're definitely going to see some height towards the center, or towards the net here tonight, with the Raiders bringing in Stella Satram and Addison Hadding. And on the other side, you've got senior Elena Schmidt, a 6'2 senior that will be a force to be reckoned with up against the net as well. We'll step away for a quick break, come back to look at standings, players, starting lineups. We'll talk to the coaches, all of that here on Your Live event.
Really value the service and the support that any traditional dealership would give you, but we specialize in short lines. You can give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Fans, welcome back inside the Raider Activity Center, where we are going to soon, in short time here, witness host to the matchup here of Region 1 with the Richland Colts coming up north to Tower City to take on the Maple River Raiders. Kind of looking at where we are right now in the standings, everything's up for grabs. And I know it's still somewhat early in the year here in Region 1 play, but nothing has really panned out yet. As far as the number 1 seed overall being up for grabs right now, and those top 4 bye positions up for grabs as we continue to watch the evolution of this region here in 2024. Here's where we're sitting right now. Oak Grove is the only unbeaten team in terms of region standings for Region 1. The Grovers are sitting at 4-0 right now and holding on to that number 1 spot. And then we have a 2-way tie right now for the number 2 seed between the Maple River Raiders that you're watching here, as well as Hankinson. Hankinson's only loss coming to Enderlin, whereas Maple River's only loss so far has come to the Bulldogs of Sargent County. And then we get a real logjam here with Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Central Cass, and Kindred all having 3 wins and 2 losses. So that's going to be fun to kind of watch that pan out over the next coming days. And it's really just, you look at the results of all the different matches so far in Region 1. It's really, we lost to them, but we beat them. And then, that team lost to a team that we just beat. And so a lot of parity going on right now in Region 1. No one has gotten out to a major, 2-3 game lead right now in this region. So Central Cass, they have losses to Maple River and Northern Cass. Wyndmere Lidgerwood lost to the aforementioned Squirrels there a couple weeks ago in Castleton. And they've also had a loss to Oak Grove last Tuesday in Fargo. Kindred right now sitting at 3-2. They lost to the Colts here of Richland, and they've also lost to Northern Cass. You got Richland right now sitting in the 8th spot alone. They are the only 2-2 team in Region 1 with losses to Hankinson and Wyndmere Lidgerwood. They did knock off Kindred, as we mentioned earlier, in a 5-set thriller back on the 17th of September, and they've also defeated the Lisbon Broncos in 3 sets. Enderlin, who we saw here last week, take on the Raiders. They're sitting at 2-3 right now. They got losses to Kindred, Maple River, and Central Cass. Lisbon and Sargent County both sitting right now at 1-4. And right now, Tri-State still looking for their first Region 1 win here as they're sitting at 0-5 in the region. When we come back here on the Irie pregame show, we will hear from both coaches in our pregame interviews, and we will go through the starting lineups as well.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year.
Fans, I'm joined now by head coach of the Richland Colts, Rihanna Lillaby. Coach, last year this team went 0-11 in region play. You guys have already secured 2 region wins here this season. How have you and your girls been able to metaphorically turn the tides this year?
Yeah, our big focus this year is just attitude and energy. I mean, yes, the skills come with volleyball too, but it's mostly a head game, and whoever has the energy and the attitude is what we're focusing on this year.
Yeah, awesome. Now, varsity only has 1 senior this year. Where does the leadership really come from then when you only have 1 senior on this team?
Yeah, I mean, our senior has very stepped up. This is her first year playing volleyball in a while, so she's very much a leader on the floor. The girls look up to her. But, I mean, we have girls who played varsity last year, but like previous years. They all have stepped up majorly this year. They all, again, want to be a good team, and they all have just stepped up and wanting to be leaders to each other.
So looking forward to your opponent tonight here, the Maple River Raiders. They have 2 big hitters in Stella Satram and Addison Hanning. How have you and your team prepared to handle them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, again, we work on a lot of passing things. We're trying to be a good passing team, trying to get those digs up from those big hitters. And again, our blockers busting their butt, trying to get up, get their hands up. We have some height, so hopefully that helps us out tonight. Yeah,
they'll be busy tonight. So looking at your schedule so far, you guys haven't played quite as many games as some of the other Region 1 teams. How have you twisted that into an advantage for you and the Colts?
Yeah, I mean, even looking at it as maybe we have more practice time, so we have more of the time to work on the little skills and the little things that'll come in the game time, and hopefully when we eventually get to the end of the season and we all are even up in games, it evens out.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Coach, tonight, and good luck versus the Raiders. This pregame interview comes to you via Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DEDHBankND.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
All right, fans, I'm here with the head coach of the Raiders tonight, Craig Poole. Coach, you've had a week off now from matches. How have you used, that time, we call it downtime, for the Colts here tonight?
We've been trying to prepare, getting some different things going collectively as far as like with our offense. We're trying to set up and run some combination type plays and different things. And then, it's just like still trying to stay sharp throughout the whole period.
So as we look at the region here tonight, as it sits, it looks like there's going to be a lot of teams not only competing for the top 4 spots for that first round bye, but even the number 1 seed overall. What do your girls have to do or keep doing to secure one of those top spots?
The biggest thing for us is just elevate everything that we've been up to, and that's the mentality when we get into practice. We want to at least be 1% better every day, and then just kind of take that for granted as we get through it. But yeah, our offense has got to be a little bit better, a little sharper, being able to find different places, not being so predictable as far as where we're hitting, because then the defense is, they can just park themselves there. Getting our blocking to tighten up. The one match we had, we were letting some big gaps open up in between our middle and our pin blockers. And then defensively, making sure we're getting into the right spots.
So, last week we highlighted the libero play of Lila Richmond and how that's been, you could say constantly improving throughout the year too, that percentage every day, but we also want to look at your setters too. Your 2 setters have plenty of experience with Kaloran and BSET. How does that help your team overall?
Well, the thing that's nice is that the hitters know that they're going to get a good ball. So they also know that then they have to be able to do something with it. Otherwise, they might not see another one coming back at them. We're looking at Brielle. She's been stepping it up all year, and then she's such a threat too. You don't know, is she going to dump? She's usually good about finding good locations to dump on the floor. And we're getting Hallie to kind of be a little bit more consistent with that too, because she can score too for us.
Well, I remember last week, Brielle looked to set, and she did this dump, and I mean, it fooled, I think, everybody in the gym. I mean, it was just such a last-second decision that, like you said, that's another weapon that she's got.
Yeah, because Bree wants to score. She doesn't care how it happens, but she wants the team to score. So if we start to get a little stuck with things and, if one or two, they get a 1 or 2 point run, she's going to try and find some way to go. If it's going to a certain hitter or whatever else. But now when we're starting to run a little bit more offensively, it opens it up a little bit more for us too. And then they have to watch different people, and hopefully then it even opens it up more for her.
You've got a pretty deep bench on your varsity team this year. How has that helped your team's success, throughout the season?
The biggest thing for us is that I don't play a lot of girls, but we practice against them. There's some great JV players that come up. We've got Carly, who's just phenomenal, and we've got Claire Irie, who does a great job. And we've got another one, Kayla Schofelt, that we haven't got in a lot yet, but she sees opportunities. And the thing is, when they come in, they just got to learn to take advantage of that time.
Coach, thank you for your time tonight, and good luck here versus the Colts.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, this pregame interview was sponsored by Dakota Heritage Bank. We'll take a break and be back with more of our Irie Insurance pregame show after this.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Fans, welcome back here into the Raider Activity Center, where we're blessed right now with the Maple Valley Pep Band playing in the northwest corner here of the Raider Activity Center, known as the Rack. We will be looking here at starting lineups now for both teams in just a little bit. Kind of just looking at where we stand right now between these two teams. Looking at last year for Richland here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, they were 3-27 overall, 0-11 in Region 1 play. So, as Coach said in the pregame interview there, being already 2-2 is a huge step in the right direction for these Richland Colts here in 2024. They did defeat Kindred in 5 sets, as we mentioned earlier, back on the 17th of September. They also defeated the Broncos of Lisbon a week later, and they've had some key losses to Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Hankinson, and a couple out-of-region opponents like Mayport CG and Hillsborough Central Valley. Looking over to the Raiders side here, who are donning the pink jerseys tonight for October. The Raiders last year 15-17 in Region 1, almost playing kind of 500 ball. They ended up making it into the quarterfinals for the first time in quite some time for this Raiders program, where they eventually lost to Wyndmere Lidgerwood in that quarterfinal. So starting lineups, we'll take those here in a little bit. We'll have anthems, starting lineups, and we'll get this game rolling here on the Irie Insurance pregame show.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Maple Valley Public School will begin the year with the completion of the building project, which added 14,500 square feet, housing a community fitness center, gymnasium, locker rooms, and a pre-K room. This addition will significantly enhance community opportunities by providing updated equipment and facilities. Maple Valley will also launch the Best in Class for our 4-year-old program this year. The Best in Class program includes curriculum, professional development, and resources to create learning environments for pre-kindergarten students.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
We always say we're a one-stop shop. North Star Ag is a full-service shoreline machinery dealership, so we have the 3 departments: sales, service, parts, fully staffed, have full inventory of all the parts and whole goods needed. We really value the service and the support that any traditional dealership would give you, but we specialize in shorelines. You can give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Fans, welcome back here to the Irie Insurance pregame show. As we will wrap up our pregame show here with starting lineups, the Colts send out here tonight the setter, a junior, wearing number 5, Hannah Storbakken, a 5'5" libero, the junior, J.C. Foley, a 5'6" opposite, junior, Mallory Gunnis, a 5'10" outside hitter, sophomore, Josie Foley, a 5'9" middle hitter, junior, Lila Veely, a 5'11" middle hitter, a sophomore, Jana Tesarek, and a 6'2" senior outside hitter, number 20, Elena Schmidt. The head coach for the Colts, Rihanna Lillaby. On the other side here for the girls in pink, the Maple River Raiders, you got number 2, junior, and libero, Lila Richmond, a 5'6" junior wearing number 4 tonight, the setter, one of the setters, Hallie Bisset. The other setter here, 5'10", senior, Brielle Caloran. And we have a 6-foot outside hitter, senior, number 8, Addison Hannig. Her sister, the 5'11" middle hitter, a sophomore, Aaliyah Hannig. And the 5'9" 8th grader, wearing number 14 tonight, outside hitter, Sophia Satram. And her sister, 6'3" senior, middle hitter, number 16, Stella Satram. The Raiders head coach is Craig Poole. Tonight's officials are Nancy Paintner and Carissa Mayhus, and line judges will be Jody Combs and Sarah Zahn. Raiders are right now sitting 3-1 overall in region standings. Richland 2-2. But that one game difference right now separates the 2 from the 8 seed. That's how tight it is in Region 1. So that'll do it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Irie Insurance, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. As the teams huddle up one more time here before we get the first serve underway. Raiders will be serving from right to left, and Colts in those infamous Richland kind of powder blue, baby blue jerseys will be going left to right. As it's October 1st today, which means the pink jerseys come out in full force here across the region. Home teams typically wearing the pink jerseys throughout the month of October. Breast cancer awareness. And the Raiders will be first to serve here tonight as the libero Lila Richmond takes it, and we are underway here from the Raider Activity Center. And Hallie Bisset now going to try to set up the 8th grader, Sophia Satram. She gets her first kill of the night. Assist goes to Hallie Bisset, and first point goes the way of the Raiders. Kind of an early start here tonight from the Raider Activity Center is 6:56 is what my clock said. As Richland trying to set up now they're going to free ball it actually. Looking for a setter now is Maple River, and they're going to have to free ball it over as well. That goes to the back row. And now the Colts trying to set up their senior there, Elena Schmidt, and they will get the kill and the point. And just like that, quick side out there for the Colts. 1-1 here. Early in set 1 from the rack, as they're calling it here, the Raider Activity Center. To replace the old Raider Dome. Many of you are familiar with. As the Colts are going to set up here their outside hitter this time. That was, I believe, if I got around the official there, that was Josie Foley getting the kill. Nice swing there by Foley. The 5'10 sophomore for the Colts. Left-handed serve here comes from Richland, specifically Abby Fisher. Raiders will get the point there. And we've had side out, side out, side out, side out to start the game here. 4 straight side outs, mounting us up at 2. As the senior now, Brielle Kaloran takes the serve. The running serve goes to the back row. Dug out nicely there by Abby Fisher. They're going to do a little push here. And Lila Richmond smelt it out, but couldn't do enough with it. And the point will go back to Richland. And that's our 5th straight side out here. As Lila Veely now, the junior, takes the right-handed serve, sends it to the back row. Addison Hanning can't handle it. And our first ace of the evening goes the way of the Colts, specifically to Lila Veely. Lila Veely will be busy tonight in that middle hitting position. There's going to be a lot of blocking that has to be done by the junior. She sends this serve to Hanning again. This time she can handle it. Sends it back to Kaloran. Sets up Satram. The Colts were there for it. As a roll over there, Brielle Kaloran tries to catch him sleeping, but they were ready for it. They're going to set up now the right side hitter here, Britton Richards, the senior, and she gets her first kill of the night. Britton Richards, the kind of first one off the bench, typically for Coach Poole in Maple River. And she gets her name in the scorebook here real quick. I got to update our scoreboard here. Should be 4-3. Colts with a 1-point advantage. There's that rollover hit there again by Janet Tazarek. They're going to set up Addison Hanning. She goes try to the back corner. Libero's there for it. J.C. Foley getting kind of things back in order here as a free ball comes over by the Colts. Brielle Kaloran's going to quickly set up Stella Satram, and she was there for the kill. Point to the Raiders. And when you have the height that Stella Satram has, you can get away with that quick little set there as Brielle Kaloran did. So kind of a dual threat option there for Kaloran to Satram. And Sophia Satram's going to send this to the back row. Dug out nicely in the back row there by the libero, J.C. Foley, as the Colts put this one into the net. Point Raiders. as the 8th grader takes the running jump serve here. Pass from Foley, and a little too tight there. Onto the net for the Colts. Not much you can do with it there. Point to the Raiders. That shows how important that set is. It's always about that pass, set, kill. And if that set gets a little tight, it's really hard for that hitter to adjust kind of mid-run there from wherever she's going. And there's Sophia Satcher putting it right on the near side line here. And that's the first ace for the Raiders tonight. And the first ace goes to the 8th grader, younger sister of Stella Satcham. And she sends this serve to the back row where Jaycee Foley will take it. And she takes another back row swing at it. Jaycee Foley does. They're going to try to set up Britton Richards on the right side. She's got 1 kill tonight, but that one's eaten up nicely by the defense of the Colts. Little push kill there, a push kill attempt by the Colts. And now they're just kind of diving all over the place, trying to get things in order. And Foley's swing goes a little bit too long there. And the Raiders now on a, by my counts here, 5-point run. It was 4-3 a little bit ago, now 8-4. Advantage Raiders. Sophia goes to the back row again where Foley's at. Josie Foley, we should say. Swing here by Janet Tasarek from that outside hitting position. There is Addison Hanning going from the outside hit position too with a nice block on the net there by, or at least a touch by the Colts. And the point falls for the Colts here. And they get a much needed side out before the Raiders continue that long run. As we see Kylie Coomer check in, she will serve here for the Colts. Right-handed serve comes up. She goes cross court there. Sophia Satcham, good body control to get that one somewhere where her setter could take care of it. The Colts trying to set up their offense here and kind of a deep or a tight set there, but still got it over. There's Tazarek swinging again. This one's going to go out too deep. Nobody tipped that one. So the point will go to the Raiders here. Which brings up the senior now for the Raiders, Stella Satcham, to serve. She goes middle back row there as Abby Fisher was waiting for it. Goes to the middle now. The Colts do. Brielle Kaloran trying to set up her other senior there, Britton Richards. Got a good swing, but Colts were ready, but this time the Colts can put it into the net. And on our City of Hope scoreboard right now, it is Raiders doubling up the Colts 10-5. Satcham puts this one in the back row. This time, Foley hands it off, or I should say passes it. Colts couldn't do anything with that one there, and point goes to the Raiders. Another little bit of a run potential going here. We've seen a run of 5 and now a run of 3. And we might see an ace there. No, dug nicely by Foley. Not to go even into the crowd for that one. Doing a quick adjustment there by senior Addison Hanning, but not able to adjust enough as her foot goes on the line. Point will go to the Colts. Some substitutions coming in now as senior Elena Schmidt checks back in to play some front row. Josie Foley now will take the serve here for the Colts. Down 5 early in set 1. Nice tight serve there, and Colts will take that all day. Kind of that errant pass becomes a free ball, and that's just front row licking their chops there. Believe that was Schmidt that got the kill there. I couldn't quite see around the official. Satcham sets up or gets it to her setter, and there's Addison Hannig taking a swing, no touch, so they're going to call that a 4th hit. And don't look now, but here comes a 3-point run for the Richland Colts. Hanning's had good swings tonight, but has had nothing fall yet for her. Still looking for her first kill. This serve here by Foley goes a little bit deep. First service error of the evening for either team. And that gets a side out for the Raiders as the junior now, Hallie Bisset, comes up to the line. See Alita Krenzel coming in now for the Colts as well. She plays some back row. They're trying to set up Schmidt there on that outside position. She was able to handle it. Kaloran trying to go for a kill right here, and they're going to call a carry on the Colts, so point to the Raiders. As Coach Poole mentioned in the pregame show that Kaloran, her job's a setter, but she every once in a while likes to try to find some of those kills. She loves to score. As the Raiders trying to set up their offense here, Hanning has to make a quick adjustment there, and she does, but the Colts were there for it. They're setting up Schmidt on the outside position. That one goes a little bit long. Point to the Raiders. Probably out of the 4 swings we've seen from Handing, probably only one true clean one that she's been able to have. The rest she's really had to adjust kind of not mid-swing, but right beforehand here as the Colts try to send one cross court, and they do. That was there. Tazarek getting her first kill of the night by my account, and getting a much-needed side out for Lilby and the Colts. As the aforementioned Tazarek now will put up the serve. Hannig has to get the pass to B-set. She goes middle to Aaliyah Hannig, takes a good swing, but the Colts are there. Tipped at the net. Speaking of tips, there's a tip there, but it goes out of bounds. And Schmidt gets her her third kill of the night. As Elena Schmidt's been busy over in that outside hitting position. Tazarek puts this one up. Back row, Lila Richmond there. Donning the black jersey tonight for Libero as Brielle Kaloran takes a swing. That one's going to go long. And so far, a game of real, 3-4 point runs here. Midway through set 1 from Tower City tonight. And a last-minute decision by Lila Richmond not to play that one, and it was the right call as Tazarek gets her first service error. Colts right now with 2 service errors in this first set. Raiders yet to have one as Hannig puts it in the back row where the libero is waiting for it. That was J.C. Foley. B-set trying to set up one of her hitters here. Satcham says we just got to push it over. This one's a little tight to the net. Hanning was waiting for it, and kind of one of those mistake free balls just waiting there, and Aaliyah Hanning, the sophomore, says, I'll take that. Gets her first kill of the evening. Raiders have a total of 4 so far, what I've counted. And speaking of, firsts here, Addison Hanning gets her first ace of the night. Third ace for the Raiders so far here in set 1. Raiders have now jumped out to a 17-11 lead here. Senior puts the ball up in the air, goes to the back row, or the setter there, Coomer trying to set up Schmidt again. Said she's been busy here in this first set. Kaloran's going to take a swing. We're going to go Coomer to Schmidt again. And they can't handle that one. That was kind of the in-betweener there. In between Schmidt and I didn't see who the other one was up there. That might have been Hannah Storbach in that front row. As the Colts trying to set up Schmidt again. She pushes this one over. Raiders have to go down and get it, and they do. Hanning goes with the free ball over. There's another free ball as Satcham took some air out of the room here with how that one kind of was tight to the net. And she gets the kill, or she gets the point. Timeout here by the Colts, and we'll take one as well. Your City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 19, Colts 11.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
As we come back here to the Raider Activity Center, coming out of a Richland timeout, as your City of Hope scoreboard reads 19-11 in favor of the Raiders. And it's just kind of looking at the stats early here in set 1, and you never know how each set's going to go, but looks like the offense will go pretty heavily through the lone senior for the Colts here tonight, Elena Schmidt. She's got 3 kills and has had plenty more attempts at that, as Hannig puts up the serve here. Had a little trouble within the back row, so the Colts are just going to have to free ball it over. They give it to Lila Richmond. B-set sets up Aaliyah Hannig. They're going to say that is out, but they are calling for a tip here, I believe. Line judge is calling for a tip. And once she finally got the attention of the up ref, the point does go to the Raiders. Aaliyah Hannig's second kill of the evening. As her older sister serves it here. Back row dug out nicely there by Krenzel. They're going to go with another push there in the middle. Believe that was Veely on the push. And there's a nice swing by Sophia Satcham, gets her second kill of the evening. As the Raiders extend their lead to 10 here in set 1. Coach Poole's got to like having a sophomore and 8th grader in that front row that can really hit the ball. So longevity for the program. And here comes Schmidt. She'll push this one over this time. Beeset has to dig it out. Kind of puts the Raiders out of formation a little bit. But Sophia Satcham, good cross-court swing. Dug out really nicely there by Alita Krenzel, excuse me. Beeset's going to set up Sophia Satcham again. This time she goes near side. And the libero this time was all over it. J.C. Foley had to go down and get that one. Kaloran takes a swing. This one's going to go a little too hard. Side out for the Colts. A much-needed side out here if they want to try to salvage this first set. They got to go on a couple big runs here. Hannah Storbakken puts up the serve. She goes middle back row there. Allie Beeset will try to set up Sophia Satcham, and there's the kill for the 8th grader. Third of the evening, third of the set, we should say. The 5'9" 8th grader getting plenty of action right now from that outside hitting position. Lila Richmond's going to go far side there, gets the ace. That's the 4th ace now for the Raiders. Her first of the evening. She might try to go do the same thing here. No, this time she tries to go cross court. Aggressive with it, which is never a bad thing. You got a healthy lead. That first ace kind of gets the blood flowing a little bit. So Richmond took a risk and got a little too tight to the net. Side out for the Colts. As Abby Fisher, the lefty, puts up the serve now. Lila Richmond digs it out, sets it up for Beeset. There's Stella Satcham getting the kill. And mentioning the Satchams a lot tonight as Britton Richards for the Raiders checks in. A lot of family affairs around here tonight. We got 2 Satcham sisters, 2 Hanning sisters, and 2 Foley sisters on the Richland side. Kaloran tries to get the ace, but goes a little bit far to the near side here. First service error for Brielle. But set point still looming here as Lila Veely puts up this serve. Middle back row for the Raiders. Kaloran's going to give it up to Stella Satcham, but they're going to give the point here to Richland. So they're going to say Stella was in the net on that one. So a little early, a little premature celebration by the gals in pink. Stella's foot probably just grazed the line there. But this serve here by the Colts hits the antenna, meaning out of bounds. So the 25th point there of the set goes to the Raiders. We'll take a short break and we'll come back for set 2 here on your live event.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school and I'm gonna be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior and I'm here for my future.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Fans, welcome back to the Raider Activity Center where we just witnessed the first set go the way of the Raiders in a 25-15 set 1 score. Looking at some of the stats here right now, kind of what Coach Poole wanted to see. He wanted to see his hitters get going, and they have. They definitely did. Stella Satcham, 2 kills. Her sister, Sophia Satcham, leading the team right now with 3 kills. Leah Hannig, sophomore, she had 2. And Brielle Kaloran getting in on the action, too. Usually a setter, but got a chance to get one of the kills of her own. On the other side of the net, we would say Elena Schmidt with 3 kills. Janet Tazarek had 1, and Josie Foley had a kill as well. I'm sure I missed at least one or two in there, but that's what I've got written down for now. So see if the Colts can slow down that aggressive offense here of Maple River. As Hallie Storbakken leads off the serving endeavor here. There's Stella Satcham taking a big swing, blocked at the net by the Colts. And Satcham says, I'll take that one, but a little too tight to the line. Satcham had all day to prep for that swing as that ball just loomed there. But it went a little too far to the side as the Colts get the point. Satcham's going to send this one to B-set. They're going to set up Brielle Kaloran. She takes a swing, blocked nicely at the net there, that time by Schmidt, as they go to outside hitter there of Satcham. And kind of an errant pass there. This one's going to go to the Raiders with a net violation against the Colts. I did not see the number. And a quick side out there for Maple River as Britton Richards is going to check in for the junior Hallie B-set. Brielle Kaloran ready to serve here. Jump serve comes up short as dug out nicely by the back row there. That was dug out nicely by Josie Foley. And Foley has to just put an arm on this swing here. And the kill and the point goes to the Raiders. Kaloran will get ready to serve here again. Raiders jumping out to an early 2-1 lead. And Kaloran's, we got whistles blowing here. No official's timeout. Actually, she was looking at one of the players over on the Richland side, making sure that the libero's okay. JC Foley, but she gives the up ref a thumbs up saying, let's play. Kaloran will reserve. And she puts this one deep. Dug out nicely there by Josie Foley. They're going to set up now, this time a little push by Lila Veely, but blocked by the senior, Stella Satcham. She kind of read that the whole way. And the point goes to the Raiders. As the senior is going to put this one up. She goes now short again. She's gone short, deep short with her serve, so keeping them on their toes. Kaloran going to try to get fancy there, but puts that one into the net. And the side out now goes to the Colts. As Elena Schmidt will check out for the Colts, bringing in Abby Fisher. Serving specialist here for Richland. And the lefty puts it up. Another tight serve there by Fisher. She's been doing that all night here. Satcham takes a swing. Not sure if there was any tip on it, but it's going to go out anyway. As Stella Satcham tried to put that one basically through the net and caught a little bit too much of it, which ties things up here early in set 2 from Tower City. There's another tight serve. This time Fisher got a little too tight with it, and the point will go to the Raiders, which sends the 8th grader Satcham to the line now to serve. All of Fisher's serves tonight real tight to the net. Satcham puts a deep one on, and kind of a defense play there by J.C. Foley. Trying to get the pass. She turned away as it kind of rode up on the shoulders there a little bit. And that's an ace for Sophia Satcham, her second of the evening. And there's a try to get there. Stella Satcham all over that though as they try to set it up. She's there for the kill. And the Raiders now have doubled up the Colts here, 6-3. Early in set 2. Back row pass there by Foley. Going to the outside there. So Foley to Foley in a sense. And the point does go to Foley. Josie Foley gets her second kill of the evening. And the important side out there for the Colts now brings up Lila Veely to serve. Hanning there can handle it, but a little too far on the pass. Kind of one of those old pass kills there for Addison Hanning. Gets her in the book. And our first serve tonight here from the senior Savannah Warren, number 1, checking in for Coach Poole and the Raiders. She sends it to the back row. Fisher gets the pass, and they're going to try to set up Tazarek, and a little too tight to the net, no touch. So they're going to say 4 hits on that one. Point to the Raiders. Which brings up the 5'3" senior here, Warren, back to the service line. Right-handed serve's going to go to the far side of us. Oop. Errant set there, but the back row was ready. Hanning's going to take a swing this time. She gets all of it, but dug out very nicely there by J.C. Foley, the libero. They're going to try to put up Richards now. She tiptoes along the line, making sure not to have the air. Tazarek puts it over. Cloran gets it up to the air. Sophia Satram becomes a setter. Britton Richards goes cross court there. Foley there to dig it out. They're going back to Foley this time. She swings. Richards just going to try to push it over. A little too tight to the net. So an important side out there for the Raiders, or excuse me, the Colts. As Satram and Warren both check out. We go to the other side there and we see that, I believe, Gunn is checked out for Richland. And a service error there by Kylie Coomer into the net. Hallie Bisset checking back in for the Raiders. Place it back row. Britton Richards comes out. 9-5 here as Hallie Bisset puts up the serve, and she's going to get her first ace of the evening. As the Colts can't handle it in the back row. Getting her first serve, and it's all smiles there from the junior. After that serve, put up another one. Goes to the back row again. This time it is handled by Storbakken. And into the net, I believe this time. Nope, we're going to go into the net for the Raiders. And the way Hanning reacted, it's going to be on her. Addison Hanning got a little too tight to the net. And the point goes to the Colts. Didn't see exactly what happened, but I looked up and Hanning had her hands on her head going, yeah, that was me. Foley puts it over the net. And Brielle Cloran going to try to go for a kill. And she's there again. That ball, I thought, touched the antenna. But they're going to call a double hit instead. Point to the Raiders. Addison Hanning now, the senior, will take the service line. Checking in for the Colts is one of the defensive specialists, Alita Krenzel. As this one goes out of bounds. And the Raiders double up the Colts here on the City of Hope scoreboard, 12-6. Kind of midway through the second set here from Tower City. Senior Hanning puts up the right-handed serve. Almost takes off her sister's head on that one. As that one goes into the net, her first service error of the evening. Only the third service error tonight for the Raiders. As Tazarek now goes to the service line. She puts up the serve. That one comes in tight. Cloran sets up now Sophia Satram. Good swing by the 8th grader. Schmidt's going to try to push this one deep. Hanning is all over it. Sends it to Bisset now. She sets up Sophia Satram, and she gets the kill as Tazarek can't handle it in the back row. 4th kill of the night for the 8th grader. And gets a side out here as now Lila Richmond, the libero. Is going to come on in. Takes the serve. Goes to the back row where it's dug out by the libero, but center can't get to it. Point, Raiders. Coach last week talked about Lila Richmond really jumping into that libero role here this year for his varsity squad as the Colts trying to take care of that pass but cannot. And we're going to get a timeout here from the head coach of the Colts, Brianna Lillaby. We'll step away from the action here. We'll be back to see the conclusion of set 2.
There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
So when they needed us, the call is answered.
We need to get the right protection to as many people as we can.
We need to protect as many as we can.
We will.
We don't give up. Get the right protection for your lifestyle. Go to IRIinsurance.com to get a free quote and consultation.
As we welcome you back here to the Raider Activity Center as our City of Hope scoreboard reads right now, Maple River 15, Richland 7. Work and play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings and housing options, search HopeND.com. That's HopeND.com. Raiders will take the serve here out of the timeout as the Colts burn their first timeout here of set 2. Richmond gives the ball a spin, puts it up in the air, and this serve is going to go deep. And the timeout worked nicely for the Colts. Sometimes that's all it takes is just kind of break up the momentum, and it worked perfectly as Richmond sends that one a little too deep. Her second service error of the evening. Storbakken puts it to the back row where now Bisset will try to set up Stella Satram. Kind of a changeup on that swing. She didn't get all of it in terms of the palm to the ball, but she'll still get the kill. Her 4th of the night. matching her sister's total of 4. So both Satrams now 4 kills, 8 total. Britton Richards checks in for the Raiders. Kaloran puts this into the back row. Krenzel's got it. She gets it to the setter where Schmidt just has to free ball it over. Brielle Kaloran's going to try to set up Richards now, the senior. Nice swing, but Sophia Satram tries to take that swing as well. Sisters bumping into each other here in the front row. Satram now is going to get set up by Kaloran. Takes a good swing, but the defense is there as Krenzel all over that one. Brielle Kaloran says, I'll take a little off this one, and she gets the sneaky kill, her second of the evening. And the Raiders starting to pull away here in set 2. As the senior will take it from the right service line. She puts up a soft one, we should say. Krenzel goes down to try to pancake it, but she can't get there. Ace and point for the Raiders, as that's Brielle Kaloran's first ace of the evening. See what she does with this one here. She's been kind of adjusting the strength of it, and she does that exactly as she goes deeper this time. And the Colts can't do anything with that one. Tight into the net, double hit. Raiders jumping out to an 11-point lead here from the Raider Activity Center late in set 2. And a late substitution coming in here as Sophie Peterson, the sophomore setter, checking in for the Colts. I believe her first appearance here of the evening. As Kaloran puts up the serve. Sometimes that late substitution is just to try to get the server off their game. But Kaloran says, I got this. Satram will try to get the kill in the middle, but dug out nicely again by Krenzel. She's been busy in the back row tonight for the Colts. Kaloran's going to set up Richards now on that right side position. And she will get the kill as JC Foley, I should say, can't handle it. So Richards gets her first kill of the evening. And we see more substitutions coming in. This will be Kayla Schlotfeld coming in for Coach Poole. A senior that he talks a lot about in pre and post game, that it doesn't get a lot of playing time, but works her tail off in practices and making sure the team gets better. But now she's getting some playing time here tonight as that serve goes into the net for the Raiders. Only their 4th service area of the evening. And the lefty now, Abby Fisher, puts it to the back row. Kaloran's going to try to set up Satram. She kind of had to work around Kaloran, and we have 2 people running into each other in the back row. Hoping everyone's okay there. And the Raiders will get the point as Addison Hanning and Lila Richmond do check on each other, make sure everybody's okay. That was crown of the skull to the chin contact there. And who said volleyball's not a contact sport? Sophia Satram puts up the serve. Raiders are going to try to, the Colts trying to set up, I believe that was Josie Foley coming in, but that one goes long. Point to the Raiders, and it's now 22-9 here, late in set 2. Satram goes for her second serve in a row here. And that one's dug out nicely by Foley, and she gives kind of a look like, why did I have to take that one? That was right up in the shoulder, but she was able to handle it. Great body control there, great platform there by J.C. Foley. Third serve here coming from Satram. Goes to the back row again. There's Foley trying to find her setter, and now they're going to try to set up Josie Foley. She gets a good swing, but the Raiders can handle it. Oh, a little errant pass by Hannig, and the point will go to the Colts. As on that one there, Hannig, hands go to the cheeks going, oops, saying my bad to her teammates in pink. As Lila Veely puts this one up. Kaloran going to try to set up Hanning. That was a low set, so Hanning just had to push it over. Free ball coming here from the Colts, and that one goes a little too long. Point goes to the Raiders. And the set point coming up now for Maple River as Savannah Warren checks in. Libero J.C. Foley comes back in as well for the Colts. Savannah Warren gives the ball a couple dribbles, puts up the right-handed serve. She goes back row, and that one's going to go a little long on the pass as Hannig tries to go for that 25th point, and it goes a little long. And Hannig hands the cheeks again. They're going, oh, what am I doing? And if Richland says, we came into this game and said, Hannig just couldn't get a ton of kills tonight, they would take that all day, as she's only got one. Just one. But the kills are still coming aplenty here for Maple River. Satcham takes the pass. She's going to get it to Kaloran, and Hanning's going to take another swing at it. All up in the net, I believe. Yeah, was Hanning, and that was just kind of, I'm going to swing, and the set was pretty tight, so nothing she could really do with that. She was pretty aggressive there. And Coach Poole says, maybe just push that one over next time. As Coomer sends this one over, Richmond tries to dig it out. The Colts do a good job of body control on the other side. Richmond's going to pass it to Kaloran. She tries the old sneak attack. Colts were there this time. Hanning tries to go for the block, but doesn't quite get there. There's Addison Hanning looking for a kill she wants. And the Colts all over it, but they're going to call this one out as that went on the other side of the antenna. So the line judge to our right put the flag up saying that ball did go on the outside of the antenna, and the 25th point comes in kind of a non-traditional way there. We'll step away from the action here from the Raider Activity Center, where our City of Hope scoreboard has the Raiders up 2-0 here in Tower City.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back here to the Raiders Activity Center, where we are about to start up set 3 as set 2 goes by way of Maple River there. Both sets kind of ending about the same in terms of points. In fact, if I wrote it down right, they were both 25-15 going the way of the gals in pink here tonight. The hosts here, Maple River. And we'll see if the Colts have an answer to this offensive onslaught that the Raiders have set up so far. A lot of swings tonight here by the front row of the Raiders, and the Colts just trying to get some offense of their own going here, as this first serve is going to have to be hung around the back row there. And Shayla Little eventually gets it over. That's Stella Satcham taking a swing. It was tipped at the net, taking some of the velocity off it, but Brielle gets another one of those sneaky kills. And first point goes here in set 3 to Maple River. Lila Richmond puts the right hand up, gets the serve up, and here it is to the back row. Foley takes care of it. They're going to set up now. Nobody, unfortunately, a miscommunication there for Richland. As Lila Veely looked at it, but she was assuming that outside hitter was going to be there. Coach for the Colts saying maybe Shaylee Little could have been there. And Lila Richmond gets the ace. Her second ace here. I got adjust my scoreboard here quick for us, as it should be 3-0. So Lila Richmond with that aggressive serve gets the deserved ace. This one goes deep and a little too deep. And the point goes to Richland here early in set 3. Substitutions coming in as Schmidt will check out. Brings in Abby Fisher as she comes in to serve. Had to go find the ball. It rolled up the entryway here of the new Raider Activity Center, where they have all the athletic trophies. The lefty puts up the serve. Richmond's there. Sets up her setter B set. Kaloran takes the swing. Back row dug out by Foley. The set coming now, and a whistle here as we're going to be into the net. Richland was in the net, I should say. And the point goes to Maple River. Britton Richards now checks in for the Raiders as Allie B said will come out. Kind of that front row, back row substitution we see so often here in volleyball. Kaloran takes the serve, puts it in the back row, where Foley tries to set up Storbakken as a setter. She just dumps it over. Satcham takes a swing there. And now they're going to try, or I guess they're after free ball there from Josie Foley. Raiders going to try to set up Stella Satcham, and nice dig there by Abby Fisher. Not even sure how she got to that one, how she could get her hand under that one. And play continues here, but this time the point will go to the Raiders. That was one of the better digs I've seen this year from anybody. I mean, Abby Fisher had to really get down there and get that, especially with the velocity coming from Stella Satcham. Nice defensive effort there by the junior. As the Colts trying to set up their offense, a little push here to the middle. Richmond's there. Kaloran's going to set up now Sophia Satcham. She goes cross court. Fisher was there with the dig, and the point should go here to Richland. Yes, it does. Making sure it didn't go too far out of my range, but it lands inbounds. And a much-needed side out there. You don't want the Raiders to go on too much of a run. We know what happens when they do that. Usually they can build a 5, 6, 7-point lead if they go on a run like that. Serve there by Veely. Hannig digs it out, and the Raiders will just free ball it over. The offense being set up here now by the Colts, and did that one go out of bounds? Yes, it did. They're going to say over the antenna or behind the antenna. Point to the Raiders. As Sophia Satcham takes the ball, the 8th grader will put up a serve here now. Raiders with an early lead here in set 3, 6-2. Satcham puts the serve tight to the net, and that's going to be an ace for the 8th grader, her second ace of the evening, and it's 7-2 Raiders. As Satcham gets that running serve in here again, Foley digs it out of the back row. Storbach is going to try to set up, that time Shaylee Little, and that one goes out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. Shaylee Little coming out of that right side hitting position there, but just goes a little bit deep. As the sophomore was looking for her first kill of the evening. Satcham puts up this serve. It's going to go a little too deep. Point to the Colts. Substitutions coming in here for both teams, actually. As we look on to the left there, Kylie Coomer coming in. And for the Raiders, first action here tonight for the sophomore, Carly Hovelson. The aforementioned Kylie Coomer is a junior. Comes out of the setter role, but right now her job's to serve. She does. And some miscommunication there by the Raiders. Satcham looking at Kaloran, and the ball falls for a point for the Colts. As Coomer puts up her second serve in a row. Back row there is Hannig. Kaloran's going to set up now this time. Hannig, who in basketball, I think we would have called that a travel, as the Colts put this one out of bounds. And Lila Richmond says, I was very tempted to touch that one, but she's glad she didn't. As the libero for the Raiders checks out, Aaliyah Hannig comes in. And another substitution, Savannah Warren coming in for the Raiders. She puts up the right-handed serve, goes to the back row there where Storbakken gets a piece of it. Gonna have to free ball it over here, the Colts do. Hovelson has to go down and try to get that one. They're gonna set up now Hannig, Kaloran to Hannig, we should say. And the Colts are now gonna try to set up, I believe that was Josie Foley over there. She gets the kill. Raiders got a piece of it, but strong enough swing to go through, and that was Josie Foley's third kill of the evening, and she grabs the ball. As a reward, she gets the serve. The sophomore puts this one up. Richmond's there, a little loose on the hands, and the Raiders dig it out there as Carly Holvelson came from across the court to help out her teammate. Raiders all over the place here, just got to get something set up for their offense. And now the Colts tight to the net, but that's going to be a kill, and the kill goes to Jana Tazarek. Her second kill of the evening, and I think her probably one of her best swings of the evening right there. And she kind of did a lot with Little there. That was a tight set to the net. As Foley sets this one up, Olvelson's pass goes to Kaloran. Richards is going to just have to push it over, kind of a rollover hit. They're going to go back to Tazarek. This time she's met by a host of Raiders. Hannig takes the swing. That goes back row, handled nicely by Foley. Aaliyah Hannig becomes a passer. All of a sudden, they're going to give the point to the Colts there. Hannig's hand's a little too loose on that one, and the ball kind of rolls through for a double hit. And don't look now here. The Colts on a nice little 4-point run as Josie Foley puts up the serve. Good serve to the back row. Richmond's going to try to set up one of her front row. Instead, it's Hannig coming from the back. And the Colts go to Tazarek again. And if the door's open, just keep going to it, right? Tazarek, now 3 kills on the evening. She's had 2 in this run. And the Colts have found something right now from their middle hitter there, Janet Tazarek. Hanning to B-set. They're going to go to Aaliyah Hanning. That time is met with a block. And that block, I believe, was by Tazarek again. My official was in the way, so I wasn't 100% sure. But Tazarek's having herself a third set here for the Colts. Josie Foley going up here. Her now 6th serve in a row. Holvelson puts this one up. Setter can do something with that. This time it's Hanning. Dug out nicely in the back row there by Josie Foley. And the blocks were there, the Hanning sisters, but too far away from the net is what Coach Poole is saying. And don't look now, the Richland Colts have a 1-point lead midway through set number 3. As Foley puts up the serve here. She's put her team on a nice little run starting at the service line. Raiders just trying to get it over. And don't look now, Elena Schmidt getting in on the blockage action there. We've now seen an 8-point run here by the Colts. Coach Poole talking to his assistant coach here going, whoa, where did this come from? As Foley puts it up. Raiders going to try to something a little different there as Brielle Kaloran just tries to mix it up. Schmidt takes a swing. It was partially tipped, but Elena Schmidt gets the kill. We'll see if Coach Poole decides to take a timeout. He says, no, I'll take a substitution instead. Sometimes that works. As he brings in Sophia Satcham, Carly Holvelson checks out. So Satcham for Holvelson. Here comes Foley's serve. Back row, Sophia takes care of it. They're going to go to Addison Hanning. Her toughest swing of the night right there. I should say hardest swing of the night. And she gets the eventual side out here for the Raiders. Definitely the best contact we've seen out of the senior Hanning there. As Hallie Bisset checks back in and goes to the service line. And that is, might have used the head on that one there was J.C. Foley. And that one there by Hanning goes a little bit too far to the side. And I tell you what, these Richland Colts defensively are very scrappy. A lot of balls that I thought were just going to be instant kills have been dug out, whether it's been using the platform, the shoulders, the head, anything to get the ball back into the air to try to get their offense set up as this service error goes long. And the point and the side out goes back to the Raiders. Hanning puts this one up. A very late decision there by the libero, J.C. Foley, as that one goes long. A service error here by Hanning. Her second service error of the evening. Raiders now have 6 on the evening. Some substitutions coming in for Richland as Shaylee Little checks in. Kylie Coomer takes a seat on the Richland Colts bench here as Storbakken puts up this serve. Goes back row where the libero Richmond waits. B-set sets up the sophomore Hanning. Dug out nicely by the Colts, and they just try to dunk it over there. And there's a block, I believe. Yeah, let's call it block there by Lila Veely, I believe, got the block there. And let me adjust my scoreboard here. I believe I hit the wrong button once. It's 11-15, or 15-11 Colts, I should say. As Satcham tries to go back corner there, but Krenzel has shown great body control from that back row position. But the Raiders will get the point here. And I believe the score is right. I'm going off what they have here in the Raider Activity Center right now, 15-12. Richland with the 3-point lead here midway through set 3. As Lila Richmond, the junior, puts this one up, goes back row. Krenzel's there, finds her setter there of Storbakken. Schmidt just gets it over. As we go setter to setter there, and Stella Satcham, a good swing, but met at the net. They're going to try to set up Kaloran this time, and she takes a little off and gets her 4th kill of the evening. Point Raiders. As a very aggressive swing from Satcham, and Kaloran just takes a little off it when she gets the shot, and sometimes that's all it takes as Krenzel gets his pass to her setter. They go to the outside position there of Veely. Nice swing, but the Raiders take care of it. Free ball coming from the Raiders is now they're going to try to set up Veely in the middle. Potential block, or they're going to go, it wasn't a block as it fell on the Raiders' side. As Satcham was there, but a little off the net, and the ball falls on their side. Point to the Colts. Abby Fisher checking in as Krenzel checks out for the Colts. The lefty now puts up the serve. Goes to Richmond, and Bisa kind of just self-defense there, tries to get one in the air for Brielle Kaloran, but not much to do with it. She kind of ran out of real estate. as it is now 17-13. Maple River, and we'll see a timeout called by Coach Poole here, and we'll take one ourselves as the City of Hope scoreboard reads Richland 17, Maple River 13.
Enderlin Area Schools is committed to providing students with optimal learning opportunities so they can reach their full potential. Enderlin Area Schools creates learners who believe in the power of their education to help them learn, excel, influence their world, and direct their future. Enderlin Area Schools take pride in their school and community. For up-to-date information, go online to enderlin.k12.nd.us. Good luck to the Eagles participating in all activities throughout the year.
As we come back, I should say, from timeout, as the Raiders just took their first timeout of set 3. We have the City of Hope scoreboard reading right now is Richland 17, Raiders 13, as the Colts lost the first 2 sets, but have really come out pretty aggressively on both sides of the ball here in set 3. And the Raiders haven't had an answer for it so far. As quick little wardrobe malfunction going on there as coaches take care of it. As the Colts now, the lefty Abby Fisher puts up the serve, comes across. Richmond digs it out. Hallie Bisset's going to try to set up Brielle Killorn. She goes long with it. Touched nicely there by Fisher, and they're going to free ball it over there as Foley just getting it over. Bisset now going to set up the middle hitter there, Stella Satram. And coming out of the timeout, Stella Satram says, I will take that kill. She gets 5 now on the evening. And an important side out there for Maple River coming out of the timeout. Exactly what Coach Poole wanted to see. Brielle Killorn puts it to the back row where Foley takes it. She gets the Storbakken. Little's going to take a swing there. Lila Veely takes a swing. And the Colts can't handle that one. The Raiders with back-to-back points here. And the senior here, Brielle Killorn, the setter, but likes to get a few kill attempts. Swings throughout the evening. As Storbakken tries to catch the Raiders sleeping, but it goes a little too far out of bounds. Point to the Raiders. And this is not what you want to see if you're Richland. You do not want to see the Raiders going on a little run here. You had a 4-point lead coming out of that timeout. And now Killorn with a little changeup. She'll get the ace. Kind of a knuckleball coming out of her hands there. And that's her second ace of the evening. And don't look now. The Raiders have come back and tied it up here. 17 all here in set 3. As Brielle Killorn says, let's try that again. Puts up the serve. And Foley handles it. Foley to Foley, we should say there. And the little pushover as Veely tried to get it over there with Stella Satram with a partial block, and then the ball goes wide, and the Raiders have their first lead in a while here in set 3. As Killorn now has gone on a 5-point streak, or the Raiders have, with Killorn serving. Colts trying to have an answer here on offense. There goes Veely's swing. Goes through the block of Satram and Satram. Sounds like a construction company when you say it that way, but the two sisters were both there for the attempted block, but the ball gets through. And we're all knotted up at 18 here in set 3. Veely puts up the serve. This one's going to go long, and a service error for the Colts. That's her first service error of the evening. Lila Veely, the 5'9" junior for the Colts. Sophia Satram puts up the serve. Back row takes care of it. They're going to go to Tazarek. Puts a rollover hit. Killorn's going to go back to Satram. That quick set there. And now Foley puts a hit through, and that's going to be a kill for Josie Foley, the outside hitter. The 5'10" outside hitter, the sophomore. Tying it all up here at 19 again. So set 3 kind of got some of the fans on their edge of their seat right here, as this serve's going to go a little bit long, I believe. Oh, let's take a look here. That was Coomer. Her second service error of the evening, giving the side out back to Maple River. Has some substitutions here. Stella Satram goes out. Savannah Warren comes in for the Raiders. And the senior puts it up. And that pass is going to go a little bit long for the Colts, but now they're going to try it, and that gun goes long again. This time, Aaliyah Hannig is there. She'll get the kill. And a timeout here for Richland. We'll step away from the action. Your City of Hope scoreboard reads Maple River 21, Richland 19.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
As we welcome you back here to the Raider Activity Center in Tower City, thank you for joining your live event tonight to watch this Region 1 matchup. Speaking of Region 1 matchups right now, trying to find some scores around the Region 1 world. Enderlin takes the first set from Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 25-18, so that'll be an interesting one to watch here as the night goes on. We got a barn burner here in set 3 right now as real back and forth matchup, and right now the Colts setting up their offense. They're going to try to go to Foley, tight to the net, but she gets it over. And now Britton Richards for the Raiders will go across the net. Setter here now going to the right side, or excuse me, the outside as the free ball comes. They're going to go to Leah Hannig. She goes back row, or kind of in that middle area there. Coomer's all over it. Nice swing by Tazarek, who's been all over the place here in set 3. And this is going to be a net violation. Point goes to Maple River, as the Colts did not give the Raiders a chance to get that second hit there, a second touch there, that set as they came over the net. Savannah Warren puts up the serve, goes to the back row there where J.C. Foley handles it. They're going to set up Tazarek again. She's been busy here in set 3. Hanning just has to get it over. As she was kind of out of position or out of rotation there a little bit. Back row there by Sophia Satcham. Brielle Kaloran's going to set up Britton Richards, goes long. Back row dug up nicely by the Colts. And this one rolls along the net. They're going to say someone was in the net here. Did not see exactly who that was. But the point will go to the Raiders. And now 23-19 here in set 3 as the Raiders trying to close out this set. Colts trying to head. They have other ideas about it. Tazarek's going to do a little push here as Brielle Kaloran passes it. They're going to have to go back row swing by Kaloran, a little long. And the point goes to the Raiders, or excuse me, the Colts. 23-20 here late in set 3. And that side out gives the ball to Josie Foley now. The 5'10 sophomore for the Colts. We'll be saying her name a lot more here in the coming years. As her serve goes to the back row, Kaloran's going to set up Addison Hanning and just didn't get all of that one. Kind of hit off the side of the palm. And the point goes to the Colts. Kind of a frustrating night for Addison Hanning. You kind of read it on her face. But, you know, usually she's going to be the one that keeps this team kind of staying afloat in terms of positivity. But you definitely see her getting frustrated with herself at times here tonight. As her sister just gets that one over. And they're going to try to set up their middle hitter, Tazarek. And going to call that maybe a block. Not sure if that one, if Aaliyah Hanning got any hand on that or not, as Tazarek's swing does go into the net. Kind of hard to tell from my vantage point on that one. And match point potentially here for the junior, Hallie Bisset, as she steps to the line. She puts up the serve, goes to the back row. Krenzel's there. Hanning takes that swing. And tell you what, that's one way to relieve some of that anger that she had as she gets the 25th point here for the Raiders. So we have a final here, an early final here tonight as Maple River takes the third set there, 25-21. A very back and forth set there in set 3. We'll step away for a little bit. We'll come back with our Enbridge player of the game. And we'll talk to the winning coach here as well on your live event.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an egg loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Fans, we're back here with our Enbridge player of the game, and tonight it goes to junior libero Lila Richmond. So Lila, walking us through kind of that especially that third set, what was Richland doing that kind of kept you guys on your back toes there at the end?
And blocking, they were just ready for it, so we just had to be ready and get the ball back and watch what they were going to do.
So with your offense tonight, and libero, you're typically back row, so you don't get to do a lot of the swings. What were you seeing out of your big hitters tonight? Stella Satram, Addison Hannig, Aaliyah Hannig, and Sophia Satram. What were you seeing out of them?
They were always watching where the tips and the hits were going to be. They always know where to place the ball perfectly, and they're smart players. When the ball's there, they always tip it or hit it, whatever we need. So they're always there.
Smart and experienced, right? They got a lot of games under their belt, a lot of matches. They've been playing together for a long time. So kind of walk us through your role, right? You get the fancy different color jersey than everybody else, okay? So, if my dad's watching right now and he doesn't know a whole lot about volleyball, kind of just walk us through your role as libero for the Raiders tonight.
Right. Yeah, so I'm watching basically where they're going to put the ball. I have to watch where their hands are. If they're hitting it, I have to basically see where they're going to put the ball and be ready for it and be there for my team.
Yeah.
It's a big energy thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, right? You don't get a lot of the credit in terms of the stats every night, but pivotal role right there is the libero, and that's why, in part, you get your own special jersey. You got to stand out at least a little bit. Okay, that's our Enbridge player of the game tonight here from a victorious Maple River team. And Lila Richmond, thanks for joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the head coach of the Raiders, Coach Poole.
Maple Valley Public School will begin the year with the completion of the building project, which added 14,500 square feet, housing a community fitness center, gymnasium, locker rooms, and a pre-K room. This addition will significantly enhance community opportunities by providing updated equipment and facilities. Maple Valley will also launch the Best in Class for our 4-year-old program this year. The Best in Class program includes curriculum, professional development, and resources to create learning environments for pre-kindergarten students.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
We always say we're a one-stop shop. North Star Ag is a full-service shoreline machinery dealership, so we have the 3 departments: sales, service, parts, fully staffed, have full inventory of all the parts and whole goods needed. We really value the service and the support that any traditional dealership would give you, but we specialize in shorelines. You can give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website.
Fans, welcome back here to our post-game show from the Raider Activity Center here in Tower City, as we just got done with our Enbridge Player of the Game there. Tonight it went to the libero, the junior libero from Maple River, Lila Richmond. So Enbridge, life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Coach Poole will not be available to talk here post-game show, but we thank him for his pregame interview along with Coach Lillaby from Richland. So those pregame and postgame interviews did come to you tonight here from Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHBankND.com. So if we look now forward, you're right, it's kind of coach's talk. You never want to look past the game at hand. Both teams now getting a little bit of a break here from region play. The Raiders are going to have the Lisbon-Enderlin tournament this weekend, so they'll get plenty of opportunities to maybe play with some rotations throughout that tournament in Enderlin and Lisbon. And then the schedule kind of ramps up for them with Oak Grove and Northern Cass as 2 of their opponents, I believe, in the coming weeks. They do play Richland again. Speaking of their opponent here tonight, they do play Richland actually on Halloween, so end of the month here in October, and that'll be obviously a non-region counter for Maple River and Richland. So kind of just looking over some of the totals here tonight. The kills war went to the Raiders as they had, let me do my quick math here, of we got 10, 15, 20 kills is what I marked down tonight by the Raiders. Service errors were pretty much split between both teams, and the Aces did definitely go the way of Maple River as they had 9 total versus I only have 1 marked for the Richland Colts. So both teams still much alive, not only for a decent position in the Region 1 tournament, but still looking, as we keep mentioning, those really important first-round buys that the top 4 teams get. So neither team out of the race there yet, as Maple River improves to 4-1 on the region season, we should say. And the Richland Colts right now, they will go to 2-3, which currently ties them up with Enderlin, who is playing Wyndmere Lidgerwood tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, Wyndmere Lidgerwood was down in that match 1-0 as Enderlin took the first one 25-18. So wrapping things up here from Maple River, or from Tower City specifically, all 3 sets going the way of the Lady Raiders, that they were donning their pink jerseys tonight for October. The first set 25-15, second set went the same way, third set goes 25-21. So on everyone's behalf here of your live event, we thank you for watching. We will see you soon in Region Volleyball.